What is going on, Rise of Kingdoms fans? Wispy here, and today I want to talk about this new update, Musem of Wonders. I typically do not do update videos. It's not usually my thing. I actually was ready to make a barb chaining video for today, but as I was reading through this update, Musem of Wonders, there are some things in here that I was kind of freaking out about and I thought were really cool, and I wanted to give my input on them. So stick around because there is a new KVK mode and I want to highlight that. Now, if you are new to the channel or have not yet subscribed, consider doing so. We are currently in Strife of 8, where there is 6 Imperium Kingdoms, and it's going to get wild. So don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button so you don't miss any of the action from this KVK. Now, we're going to breeze through most of this because I mainly want to talk about the new KVK mode and give my thoughts on it. The first part of this update is just talking about the Museum Day event series, and it's just your typical 7-day event. You're going to go around, you're going to hit barbs, you're going to collect resources in your city, you're going to get 2 different types of currency, and then there's going to be a premium currency where there will be a bundle to acquire more of that premium currency. You're going to turn that in to be able to claim rewards. It's just your typical 7-day event. There's going to be a city theme along with other rewards, maybe some legendary heads. We've seen this event many times. Now they're also adding the treasure hunt. We've had that event several times now. You hit barbs, forts, you collect pieces of map fragments, you piece them all together. You send a scout out once you find the treasure on the map, and you collect that reward. The race against time, that event is as old as time. We've all played those. We know how those work. Now, this is pretty cool. I kind of want to highlight this. It looks like it's a new game mode like Olympia and Sea Battles, and it is an Ancient Battleground where you enter it solo, so you're not going to be able to play it with your friends or your alliance mates or anything like that through an invite like the other types of game modes. You're going to go by yourself. You're going to go in with 7 other governors, so it's going to be a total of 8 players. You're going to bring 1 troop. I'm assuming that means 1 march, not literally 1 troop, but you never know. And you're going to recruit mercenaries to help you out during this game mode, and you're going to battle it out against these other 7 governors. And as you defeat a governor, their march is going to be a part of yours. You're going to acquire their troops, and the goal is just to be the last one standing. So it seems like you're a battle royale and Rise of Kingdoms, you versus all, and you just got to be the last one standing. Now, here are the juicy bits and the ones that I want to get into the most. I think this is the most important part of this update, and it starts off with talking about changes to Season 1 of KVK. So it looks like they're trying to address the problems with Season 1 and a lot of people quitting after KVK 1, and they're trying to mitigate the miserable experience and to keep players playing. Honestly, they're going to call it the Endless War, and one of the first changes they talk about is they're changing it from 8 kingdoms to 4. So it looks like they're addressing the corner kingdom problem in Season 1 of KVK. As we all know, a lot of people complain that they were a corner kingdom and they were trapped between 2 enemies. And as we know that if you're a corner kingdom, you are at a disadvantage, and how now it used to be, you have your 4 corner kingdoms, and then you have 4 middle kingdoms. You have your top, bottom, left, and right. And a lot of people said that if you were a middle kingdom, you had an advantage. You had more options on where you could go. So it seems like they're trying to fix that issue. They're adding new technologies that can grant powerful buffs to the kingdoms, and it's supposed to help with development and in battle. So it seems like they're trying to make it where you can grow faster with these new technologies. As we know, KVKs are coming faster and faster, including in Season 1. I know it was 100+ days back when I played before I even entered season 1 of KVK, so I had a ton of time to develop and grow, and it seems like they're trying to address that in the season 1 of KVK and help people grow faster. They're adding a new game mode in that season 1 of KVK, not a game mode, but an event to slay barbarians. You summon a Lohar chieftain, and when you defeat them, you yourself and other kingdom members get those rewards. I'm assuming it doesn't mean everybody in the kingdom, it means the people in your alliance. But if they do mean everybody in your kingdom, that's pretty cool. That will definitely help with growth, especially if it's an active kingdom for KVK 1. Now, here is what should excite everybody and intrigue everybody the most. There is gonna be a new Season of Conquest story mode called Heroic Anthem-Power, and it is going to be the Pioneer event, which we all know when they come out with a new story, the first kingdoms to go through it are Pioneer kingdoms, and they're going to get special Pioneer event rewards for being the first to go through it. I experienced that last KVK when we went through the Desert of Conquest for the first time, and we were the first ones to do that KVK. It's going to have all new ranged combat story exclusive commanders, siege units to build arrow towers, allowing you to attack enemy troops from a distance. So it looks like they're trying to address everybody's issue of, I want to be able to use my siege units. I want to be able to do more with them than just throw them away in a flag in a desperate attempt of not losing any more troops, or just trying to trade siege for real troops, which, you know, there's a problem in that statement. You're saying siege, but you're also saying real troops, referring to infantry, cav, and archers. So it looks like they're trying to make siege units relevant in this new KVK story mode, and it says you're going to get new exclusive commanders that can only be used in the story, and then of course when that KVK ends, you're not going to be able to keep those commanders. Now, I don't know if that's going to be like a Bastion quest kind of thing where you recruit their skills, or if you're legitimately recruiting other commanders. I don't know. I hope some content creator goes through it, or whoever goes through it makes videos and stream. Like, I'm real interested to figure out what this new KVK looks like, because we just started KVK, so we won't have a chance to go through it for quite a long while. I want to know what this looks like. And there is a new troop blockade feature in this new KVK mode, and it will allow friendly troops to pass, but non-friendly troops, they'll be blocked because it's a blockade, of course. So kind of like a pass, I guess, but you make it yourself. New coalition diplomacy system to improve system relations between coalitions. So there will be coalitions in this new KVK mode. New Alliance Tower Crusader flags. So it's saying that Crusader flags can be turned into arrow towers and will automatically attack nearby non-friendly cities. So I don't know if those non-friendly cities have to be on your territory, like the random TPing baiting for a rally, and instead of rallying them, you can just turn a flag into an arrow tower and they'll just take damage over time. That way, if a mega whale is trying to bait rallies, you can just say, nah, we're not gonna rally you, my guy. We're just gonna turn this flag into an arrow tower, and you're just going to take damage, and we're not going to take any damage at all. Have fun just sitting there. They added some features to the Desert of Conquest that are pretty non-trivial. They added a new fortress management screen to help you manage fortresses quickly and easily, dispatch recall feature allowing you to return dispatch troops, improve a user experience for the fortresses. We went through the Desert of Conquest last KVK. I'm telling you, that's not the fix. I mean, it's good that they're not just throwing this KVK away like they did with March of the Ages. They're trying to make changes, but that's not it. That's not the change where people are going to look at it and be like, oh, hell yeah, let's do Desert of Conquest now. They fixed the fortress management screen. That's not the issue with that KVK at all. Now, other improvements. When a city's location becomes part of enemy territory in the Lost Kingdom, it will automatically teleport back to the starting province. So the starting zone. Now, this is not under the new story mode section. This is under other improvements. So I'm assuming this change is going to affect all KVKs. So I'm looking forward to see how this works. Does this mean that when your flag is destroyed, if they build a flag or a fort or something on top of you, you automatically teleport back? Because that means they would have to rally you before building any territory further, because if they do, then they can't rally you. You're gonna teleport back. But also, how does that work if you're random teleporting and you teleport onto their territory? Is it going to just send you back to the starting zone? I don't know how this is going to work, this mechanic, but I'm real interested to see how that works. Alliance fortresses can't be built in Lost Kingdom. That hasn't been a thing. You can't build forts in Kingsland. That's what it's saying. Like, you can't build forts in Kingsland. You haven't been able to do that for a while. New commander filtering system. So it looks like they're going to do it by unit type. So it used to be by level. So all your level 60 commanders were up at the top, and then 50, and then like whatever level they were. So it looks like it's now going to be infantry, cav, archer, gathering, leadership. So you're going to be able to find your commanders much faster that way. And then all this other stuff is just reiterating what has always been a thing. You can't use your beginner's teleport once you reach City Hall level 8, blah, blah, blah. That's always been a thing. And then apparently there's been an issue with people buying the Conqueror's Will and Mountain Warfare when they're not City Hall level 25, which is really weird problem to have, because you can't even enter Season of Conquest KVK. Like, you can't enter the Lost Kingdom map if you're not City Hall level 25. So I don't know how many people were buying those bundles that couldn't even get into the Lost Kingdom. I don't know, but apparently they fixed that. But yeah, that's pretty much the update right there. I mean, I'm real excited to see how this new KVK mode, Heroic Anthem Power Up, is. It seems interesting. People have been asking for ranged attacks. They have that in there. People have been asking for their siege units to be useful, like to be able to use them for something. It looks like they've addressed that in this new KVK mode. So I can't wait to see how this works. But let me know what you guys think of all this. I'm also excited for the new game mode as well. So let me know what your guys' thoughts are in the comments section. Let's talk about it. But if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give it a like. Also, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of the awesome action coming out of this epic KVK that we're in. But until next time, I'm Wispy Gaming. Catch you guys in the next one.